breaking the fourth wall.
Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome to the Dirt Sheet Radio Post-Raw Rewind for April the 22nd, 2024. I am Tyler, the Pro Wrestling Hipster, at PW Hipster, and the Pro Wrestling Hipster over on Facebook. Caesar, introduce yourself to the good folks watching at home, and let's hop into tonight's main event.
How's it going, guys? As he said, I'm Caesar. On social media, I go by @NoobTube. There are too many to name. We're not going to sit here and spend the whole 3 hours talking about that. We are going to talk about, I know, right? That'd be insane. We're going to sit here and talk about that main event. Yeet!
Yeet. All right, so we had tonight's main event featured a women's battle royal for the
awesome.
to crown the new women's champion. Michael Cole stated this was only the fourth time in the company's history that a battle royal was held to determine a world champion.
And then he listed all the times too.
He did. It was only 4, so it didn't take him very long, and it was a long battle royal, so he had the time to do it.
Imagine.
But solid battle royal, honestly, overall. But I don't think the right woman won here.
Nobody does.
I thought Becky Lynch, much like Seth, was due for some time off here. But it looks like she got Moxley'd, and now she's been asked to stay around to carry the title when someone goes down injured. It sucks. It's a really shitty situation, honestly. For Rhea Ripley above all else, absolutely on fire, on a major tear, retaining the belt at WrestleMania, kind of proving the point that they probably had no intention of taking that title off of her anytime soon. Down with an injury, pretty bad one from, what the rumor mill's saying. But Becky Lynch walks away, came down to her and Liv in the final 2. Caesar, what'd you think, man? What'd you think of the match itself? What'd you think of the outcome? Are you okay with it? Are you angry? Are you meh? Like, are you whelmed?
Well, I'm Canadian.
I'm not asking if you're whelmed or you're overwhelmed. I'm asking if you're whelmed.
Well, I'm Canadian, so I'm apologizing for all my opinions right now.
Okay.
No, honestly, I don't think she should have won. Like, truthfully, I don't think she should have won. In all honesty, I think a lot of us can agree. Well, a bunch of us are saying Liv should have won. I mean, yeah, it's cool Becky got the win, but did she really need it? That's the question. And don't get me wrong, like, there were a lot of awesome moments in that whole battle royale. Battle royale, not battle royal. I don't know why they say different things every time. There was that one time he actually said he went to say Royal Rumble and then he cut himself off.
Yes, Michael did. I get it. I mean, come on, he calls.
It's funny.
It's
you got to poke at him once in a while.
Oh yeah, you still got to give Cole a little bit of guff here and there. Battle Royal.
No, it was an awesome match.
A battle royale with cheese.
I actually like smoked Gouda. It's pretty good. Or actually, sorry, Applewood for talking about cheese.
I will say, I was expecting. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm moving on.
Go to commercial.
There are other commercials. I will say I was expecting a little bit more out of the battle royale. I don't know. I guess I'm just kind of irritated that Becky won. It really does feel like just that safe choice. You know what you're going to get. Got a decent reaction. Crowd was pretty good tonight, which I will say, I do live here in Columbus, Ohio, and we're not traditionally a great wrestling city. It hurts my heart to say that, but there's a reason we don't get a lot of major shows here. Just how it is.
In all honesty, like, you could have, like, I have like a handful of names I can name, but Liv was one of them that, honestly, they should have pulled the trigger and been like, here's the belt. I'll go be a psychopath and do some weird shit for a bit.
I think I would have even preferred it to have been Nia Jax. I think I would have taken Nia Jax over Becky Lynch here because at least the matchups would be interesting and fresh, and you could have people just flinging themselves at Nia, maybe until Rey is healthy and comes back. I don't know. I don't know if you have Nia go that long, but I just feel like it would have at least been more interesting if they would have had Nia win. Again, honestly, not my first, second, third, fourth, or fifth choice, but I would have chosen her over Becky Lynch.
This may sound kind of strange. I might get flack in the chat or anybody, But what if we'd put it on someone like extremely unexpected? Like, I'm not saying like a Nia or like a Liv.
Not Maxine Dupree.
I wasn't gonna go that far. God
Thank
no.
you. Thank you.
John
Thank
would
you.
have John would have kicked me off the show in the split second. It would have been, here's Tyler for an hour. I thought it would have been
No,
suddenly.
we don't need that. It would
The
be me
views go
holding
up.
that. It'd be me holding that R2D2 back there, just making whistling noises for 40 minutes.
Top episode ever of
Yeah.
DSR right there. But and I'm cut. Okay, no, but seriously, like I kind of do agree with you because you could have sat there thinking, going, okay, so Nia is still the champ if she had won, and then like you said, who would be her first challenger? And you got to feel like there would have been a huge amount of boos, like not Dom level boos, but boos. It would have been just a round of boos.
And I do wonder, like, if the thing, if they had gone with Nia, would we be in a situation right now where we'd be talking about like we're angry about it because we're actually angry, or we're angry from a kayfabe perspective? So I'm not really
I'd say
even
the
sure.
kayfabe way. I'd say that.
Yeah. Yeah, it just I don't know. Like I just feel like they could have gone a different direction. We'll see what they do with Becky, really being an interim champion for lack of a better
Maybe she's
term
a
here.
transitional.
Maybe. I mean, in that case, who do you have beat her, and why didn't they just win the damn battle royale to begin with?
Because this is wrestling.
It is, and
you
got to fill 52 main events a year, and I get that. And I will say too, like I wasn't super hyped that they chose to do a battle royal to determine the women's champion. I would have even rather a one-night tournament, and I hate tournaments.
You do. You have like your top three. Top three things you hate about wrestling.
like here's the thing: when I think about people winning a world championship out of a battle royal situation, I'd like to say the first thing that comes to mind is Ric Flair, but it's not. Woo! It's the Great Khali, and that's not good. That's not a good way to think about a title opportunity. Like that's it. Like I picture him winning the SmackDown Heavyweight Championship in that awful battle royal. It should have been Matt Hardy. I've been saying this for like 16 years.
Talk about that. No. If you saw Rebellion, no. What I was gonna say is like you could literally have named at least 3 women by every fan. Some would say Liv, some would say Nia. Maybe I don't know.
Shit, man, Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler would have been an interesting champion.
Change her theme song first.
Well, yeah, that's.
But no, I can kind of agree with you.
But like, I mean, Shayna could have been a cool champion. Like, she's passable on the mic. She's better than she was a year ago. That's for sure.
And isn't she a super safe worker too?
She seems safe. I've never heard anybody complain about working with her. But like, for that matter, Zoe Stark would have been a more interesting choice. Like, I mean,
he's like, don't mention that name.
but like, I don't know. I just feel like there were much better choices.
Oh, you could easily pick 5 other women.
But hey, but I mean, Becky is over. She's just not as over as she was a couple of years ago. But
yeah.
But and she did get the cool like follow me to the ring entrance, which it looks like they're going to try to work that in maybe every week.
I wouldn't. Maybe every other week.
Yeah.
Dare I say use it for a little while and then cut it off? Only use it on certain people.
Yeah, maybe. Now here's a question: do you think? Because I really wasn't. I don't know what her status is right now. But it was in Columbus tonight. Do you think there were any people that were expecting Alexa Bliss to come back tonight?
I could see it. But maybe she's part of a certain storyline that is
maybe we
sprinkled.
We did have a glitch in a QR code tonight as well. So,
did you scan it?
I did not scan it. No, I have been warned repeatedly by DSR founder and producer John Dirt Sheet Johnny. I have been warned repeatedly to not scan random QR codes I find out anywhere. Television in the wild, poster boards on telephone poles, nowhere. Don't do it. It's a good lesson, kids.
You know how to scan them, right?
Sure, absolutely. Of course I do.
Without asking the wife?
Pulls out a Nokia.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. It's indestructible.
Do those things scan?
No, you're safe. But there were some pretty cool spots that powerbomb spot out on the table where the table did not give, which was astonishing. But hey, sometimes tables are made of whatever the black box on an airplane. Battle Royale.
Charmin. No.
Caesar, man, anything else on tonight's main event in our new Women's World Champion, Becky Lynch?
Let's just see where this goes, because I'm trying to be optimistic. I'm trying to be excited. I'm happy for her winning. But again, everyone here says, now where do we go? That's the question we all have to ask. Because it's easy to be like, here's the belt, congrats, you're a champ. But what's next?
Exactly.
You just gotta wait till next week.
Yep, we'll see. And that's always the game. That's always the game in wrestling. We'll see what Papa H has in store for us with Becky Lynch's surprise title reign here, making her seventh championship. But all right, so we will hop back around to the top of the show. Tonight's Raw came to us live from
Tyler's backyard.
That's right, Columbus, Ohio.
Literally
baby.
His backyard.
Yeah, just right downtown here from me. I love that they're like, it's the Schottenstein Center nestled in the heart of OSU's campus. It is on campus. It is not in the heart of campus. But hey, whatever. It's not too far from the Horseshoe where the Ohio State University
You saw that Super Bowl. When they had the shot in the superstar in the ring from down below. You saw above, you see the Ohio State under the ring.
It is where the Ohio State basketball teams, men's and women's basketball teams play there. They always usually end up hosting parts of the Mad March. I mean, it's a big arena. I'll be honest, I haven't been to a WWE show in Columbus since they stopped running shows at Nationwide Arena. Big fan of Nationwide Arena. It's where the Blue Jackets play. Caesar, I know you're a hockey guy, so it's the we do have a hockey team here in Columbus. It's our only pro team, but we got one. But they came to us
some
live.
Places.
Hey, we have naturally forming ice. I think that's the rule. You should.
No, there's certain places on the East Coast that have gotten a team 3 times and failed 3 times. We won't start right now. Well, if you know, you know.
If you know hockey, you know hockey. But
we could go on an hour about the topic. But pro wrestling.
The show opened with Michael Cole and Pat McAfee mid-ring hyping the Battle Royal that we just spoke of tonight. And I believe this was the only instance of the arena having an OHIO being shouted. So Pat did it once, got it out of his system. So thank you, because I've lived here since I was 12 years old. And God almighty, I am so tired of hearing people do that shit.
I thought you were going to say, thank God Pat said something smart. So
actually, Pat was pretty good here. Pat was actually a lot better tonight. Now that you mentioned that, maybe
I think it wasn't just me then. Thank God.
Maybe he listens to the show and he knows that I made him Jobber of the Week.
If you're watching, Pat, can we be on your show too? And John, the 3 of us.
Everybody. I am a native West Virginian. Pat,
DSR on Pat McAfee. Right. 2024.
But yeah, it was, again, second time they've done this open with them in the ring, kind of a cold open, which I dig that. It's a little bit different, sets it apart.
So I got one for you, actually, and for our awesome audience. What seems like a better way to do it? As you said, a cold start, will they just have someone come to the ring or someone in the ring? Or go right into some big segment or a match? Or should they mix it up?
I don't know. I kind of like the idea of mixing up the openings.
So it's not just
from time to time. Because I like this open with them in the ring hyping stuff. I like that. I like when you start hot with entrances starting for a match. I like when they just open with the opening theme song and the opening, kind of
the old days
montage. Yeah, like I have a soft spot for that kind of open in my heart because it's like every week, Monday Night Raw, starting with that really hot entrance, interesting they had for the shows. Then that's part of the issue is I just don't feel that, born to be the greatest. It's not, it's sorry, Def Rebel. Like, you're not good at this. And
No, don't even use the word not good.
I don't
Just
know how long the contract they have with Def Rebel is, but I'm really excited for the day that future endeavors happen for this band.
I could say it in the most honest way possible. If we sat on a stream together, we could piece together a better theme song from shitty samples. That's the
I mean,
sad part.
for a lot of talent, you could just go back to what they used before, like Sheamus has.
Oh, his theme is so awesome.
But
What's that one lyric from that song that everyone's saying? Oh my god.
well, there's too many limes. The shameful
That's the
thing,
one, yeah.
lobster head. It's a great song. It's a great song.
No, it is a great song. It's so much better than like his post, like that one after.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you think you are like they brought it back. He needed it, and now
Good.
he's back.
Yeah, he's the
He's bro kicking people.
average warrior, exactly. But back on the show, we had Jey Uso making his entrance to the ring. Yeet, yeet. Interrupted very quickly by Damian Priest. Holy cow! Jey Uso was fired up. I thought he was going to start crying.
Maybe he was trying to
he was amped. I don't know, if like Priest actually got to him tonight because I mean they were throwing some barbs back and forth, but holy hell, man! Like Jay looked like he was about to yeet Priest right out of the fucking ring.
I'm just glad that Priest is doing something rather than just walking around with the Judgment Day all the time. It's good to see he's like you were saying in the past episodes where he's breaking apart from them, and so is Rhea. So this is good to see he's doing something.
I think, and we'll talk about this a little bit more as we discuss the tag match with Judgment Day later tonight, but I think that Rhea's injury has pushed a little bit of a fast forward on the fracture of the Judgment Day.
I'm still curious how long she's going to be gone.
I think it's going to be longer than they're letting on because usually they've given some sort of estimate by now.
A year.
Because that's the thing. You give an estimate that that you can come back quicker than. That's the whole idea.
It's like
but they haven't said anything. And I don't know. Based off of some of the story stuff they're doing tonight with Judgment Day, I'm thinking she's going to be gone for a while because it looks like Judgment Day is not going to be around when she comes back.
I'm giving it 6 months at least.
Oh, I don't even know if they're going to make it that long at this point. But I was saying, 6 months ago that it would be just a few more months based on what they were doing there. But they've gone back and forth week to week. We've talked about that before, where some weeks it seems very bad for the Judgment Day, and then some weeks, everything's, kumbaya and puppy dogs.
And then some weeks it's our truth.
In some weeks it's our truth. But but pretty solid promo work here. It's good to see both of them get that time on the mic. And again, Jay, I think is going to be an important player here on Raw. We lost Cody, Caesar.
The draft is coming.
Yeah, it's good. I guess it's possible they could flip champions. It kind of fuck. It's a weird situation, guys. I'd say Netflix is probably gonna be like, oh, we want big stars. But hell, USA also paid a lot of money to have SmackDown. So you've got two different companies.
But you also have to think about it. Like, how many people have Netflix subscriptions, and then how many people watch USA?
I'll say this: I currently 38 years old. I
don't have one.
No, I don't have a Netflix subscription right now.
You're kind of missing a little bit.
Well, I don't know. I rotate some of the subscription services, but that's one I haven't had for years. I will be upping it, but I'm someone that's subscribing to Netflix because of WWE, and I'm probably not the only person out there. But yeah, so I don't have one currently, so I don't know.
I'm just curious how they're gonna do it because, I know myself. I'll sit there and watch seasons and such, and then maybe I'll doze off watching a season, and I'll get that stupid thing saying, "Are you still watching?" because that needs to go if you're watching a 3-hour episode of Raw. If I happen that,
I would assume that wouldn't happen with a live broadcast.
I hope not. That would be such a middle finger.
Also, it's a single episode. That when it asks you like the "Are you still watching?" that's split up into that's because it's it's loading multiple episodes because they all do that. Hulu does it. I'm sure the WWE Network does it.
I've never used Hulu.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've always heard of it, but no, I never used it.
Is that like some sort of like Canadian bias against Hulu?
No, it's not. I've always heard about it. There's like 3 or 4 platforms I've actually seen that you guys had that we don't up here. I'm just like, would I use that for one show, or would I use it in general?
Way back when, I watched Florida Championship Wrestling on Hulu. Hulu had Florida Championship.
Are they still around?
No, FCW became NXT.
No, but Hulu.
Yeah, Hulu's still around. Yeah, Hulu.
Okay, I haven't heard about it in a while.
Yeah, Disney owns them. You can get them with a package deal with Disney Plus. No, it's not like I'm doing an ad. Back to the show though.
For $9.99.
But yeah, good good solid JT McDummy.
I got something to say about him later. He's gonna surprise the shit out of you.
But good solid segment there. I will say it does not feel at all like Jey Uso is a threat to win the world title. It's just going to be a good match, for the good folks over there in France. But that'll take us to our first match we had on the card tonight. Awesome Truth taking on hashtag DIY for the World Tag Team Championships. Awesome Truth retains the titles here in 10 minutes. I gotta say, man, I was surprised by that. I thought for sure those belts were coming off them real quick. Not tonight, though, as it turns out. Caesar, what you think of the match?
This isn't part of the match so much I'm about to say is, but why did we get the uglier titles? Why did SmackDown get the better ones?
Here's the thing. They were both round as dinner plates.
I'm pretty sure most of my parents' dinner plates went to.
And they kept the Raw ones round, but they gave the SmackDown ones the cool old shape.
The old school vintage awesome shapes.
Why didn't both sets get old? It's irritating. But hey, you know
what?
2004,
5 around there when they had those.
Hey, they don't look like a couple of quarters though. Or
okay, I'll say that's the good part.
What's a quarter called in Canada?
A quarter.
Oh, really? You guys don't have like a fun name like a loony or a toonie or anything for that one?
No, we have a Cooney.
I don't think you can say that, man.
No, I don't know. It's not even a word. I don't even know. But anyways, no, it's just I'm just glad they have new belts.
Thank you. It really was. Oh, fuck, it really was, man.
Okay, but honestly, I'm honestly surprised they're keeping the belts on Awesome Truth. Like nothing against, we love Truth. Okay, we'll all admit that he's an awesome guy, and he got to meet his hero a few weeks back, John Cena, and had a match. But there are actual tag teams that would benefit like crazy from these belts.
And DIY is one of them.
Creeds, one of the LWO or 20 names they have themselves. Judgment Day, another one. There's so many names. Where do you?
Well, I'm not going back towards Judgment Day. That's.
I'm just saying, like, there's there's actual teams.
And it's interesting. I hope that they are not actually contemplating breaking up DIY already. Because, man,
I'd protest so hard if it did that.
Like, let Ciampa get a little irritated, but don't actually let them.
Don't have a repeat of what was like NXT. Crap! What pay-per-view was it? They broke up at. But you know what I'm talking about, right? There was an NXT, yeah. Mm-hmm. Don't have a repeat of that, man. They need to stay together, change their theme, get the belts, let them have like a.
Sometimes when you have a pair of wrestlers that have feuded so heavily, it's okay to just let them be friends. for the rest of their careers. It's all right. Like, I think we've hit the point with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens there, where it's like, I love watching them wrestle, but holy shit, I never need to see it happen again. Like, they can be friends for the rest of their careers, and that's cool. I think Ciampa and Gargano are there. Triple H and Shawn Michaels hit that point where it just didn't make sense for them to ever fight each other again. Like, that's it. They're just buddies. They've worked it all out. It's groovy. So I think they've hit that point as friends and as a team. Like, even if they were to quit teaming, it would be a situation of like, hey, like, we're cool with each other. We don't have to beat the shit out of one another because we're not teaming.
I'll back you up if you need to. But
yeah, exactly. Like, people can have friends. Wrestlers can have friends. Cody has proven that. Cody Rhodes has friends.
Yeet.
But
are they defending the belts at Backlash, France?
I don't know if they've said yet. I would imagine they will. I imagine they will. We're gonna dig out La Resistance and.
Did we just go there?
Yeah. We're bringing back Rene Dupree. He can teach Maxine how to wrestle. It's going to be
tag
awesome.
Team partner again? I can't remember the name.
Sylvain Grenier. Right?
Could that have been any more of a French name? Holy crap.
And then they had, was it the Poodle, Fifi, right?
Well, that wasn't very long. They had the Poodle. I remember the Poodle.
Did the French Tickler? One of his. This is wild, y'all. SmackDown was fucking wild back in that time.
Do you remember MVP's like massive entrance he had?
Oh yeah,
remember that?
Like it was awesome, man. There was some cool stuff.
Look, I'm not dissing it. It was awesome, but it's like you like pan the camera and it's this big tunnel, like huge, like lights are like. What?
Not like a football game. It was great. It was really rad.
Oh, but it was part of his character, so it was cool. But anywho,
it worked for him. But
Resistance, right?
But yeah, La Resistance with Awesome Truth retains the tag titles here. Cut to the backstage area there.
Backlash,
Priest belittling McDonagh after the kerfuffle there, which we didn't really touch on. But yeah, they tried to jump Jay, and it went with JD McDummy. Nails Priest, and then we were talking about like earlier. There's miscommunication between the Judgment Day. Priest always seems irritated with everybody, but like maybe he kept it tamped down a little bit because Rhea was around, and now that Rhea's gone, he's just like fuck all y'all.
He, from what I've learned about, I have a few ethnic friends. When they start talking in the other language, like their native language, they're really pissed. And he did that tonight. So I'm gonna back off a little bit.
And I don't think JD's fluent. So
I don't think he knows how to. I don't think JD knows how to because he's
he might have a few languages floating around in that big old head.
I mean, it is square.
What's that have to do with learning a language?
I have no idea.
Fair enough.
Holy crap. Okay.
All right. So we had a quick hype video on news that was broken on Dirt Sheet Radio earlier today. But that NXT Battleground will be taking place at UFC's Little Apex facility in Las Vegas, Nevada in June, which is pretty cool. I wonder if this is one of those things where it's like, are the folks at the UFC really cool with this kind of this crossover, this teaming up? We figured this sort of stuff would happen, but even I think that no, they're not. First of all, TKO itself, I think, has overblown the cross section of the Venn diagram between UFC and professional wrestling fans. Like there's not a lot of crossover. I can tell you, I know some real diehard MMA fans. I work with them, and they tolerate the wrestling talk from me. They tolerate it.
You know what's my favorite one? That's my favorite one from the outsiders of who don't know what wrestling is. The first thing they always say to me, "That crap's fake." Always, and it's the stupidest thing ever.
We've all had that argument with people too many times, but
the whole episode,
it's cool. I don't know if a lot of wrestling fans are going to care that it's at a UFC venue. Like, I know that diehard UFC fans have a warm spot in their heart for that venue. Like, I think a good comparison would be Center Stage, where they shot WCW Saturday Night forever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but like a UFC fan's not going to give a fuck about that. A wrestling fan would. And so I really feel like you knew crossovers like this was happening, but is it necessary, Caesar?
I mean, is it a bigger venue? That's what I'm wondering, because I've never looked into this. I'm not talking like 10 to 20,000 seater.
Oh no!
I'm just saying, like, is it bigger than like where they host usual NXT events?
Yes, yeah. I think they can only hold around like 300 and some change.
So maybe this is like 1,000.
Let's see.
That's my only question. Like, if they're testing it so they can have a bigger venue, then yes, go for it. But if it's just to have another place, then it's like, I don't know. It feels like NXT is one of those things where they only want to pack it with the dedicated hardcore fans. Like you said, 300 and some change. So if they go to this UFC venue, and if it's 1,000, no change, then it's like, are they going to be able to do it? And here comes Tyler with the notes. Is it 1,000 people?
Okay, no. It says, according to the Google.
The Google.
I'm 38. It's the Google, capital T. The UFC Apex only holds a capacity of a few hundred people.
That's kind of strange.
Yeah, so I mean, it'll be an interesting change of a venue at the very least. Different group of fans, going to the opposite side of the United States, going from Florida to Nevada. UFC's Performance Center base. Yeah,
it's a good look at it. Yeah.
Center. I mean,
UFC PC.
It's the UFC PC. God, we got too many letters now. The NXT meets the UFC at the PC of the UFC, not the WWE.
The TKO, the
TKO. Let's get DDP. All right, we're gonna get back into the show. We got derailed by the announcement of NXT Battleground here.
NXT PC.
Too much. But we had, making their way to the ring, the return of Ring General.
You didn't do it right. Another video.
I didn't do it long enough. But King Gunther, potentially King Gunther, which that's not a good thing.
Isn't it Gunther?
The King of the Ring does not do good things for people. Gunther making his way to the ring tonight, dressed like a old Navy assistant manager.
That's where he came from. He went off to go on.
That's where he's been the last couple of weeks. That's where he's been collecting his
Navy SEAL Gunther.
Assistant manager Gunther.
Was he at Walmart?
No, he's at Old Navy.
Assistant manager.
He's an assistant manager at Old Navy. That's how he was dressed tonight. I'm trying to decide if I would tell him that to his face or not.
I want to be there if you do it.
He works for a pretty big corporate company. I don't think he could hit me without recourse. So I feel like I'd be safe doing it. But who knows?
That's a whole other episode.
But no, Gunther cuts a promo, saying he doesn't really have a lot of words for Sami Zayn, but he does appreciate that he removed the burden of being the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time from him, so he can focus on other things. It was okay as a promo. I gotta say, I don't think it was his strongest work on the mic. I don't know if just him being gone for a couple weeks, I was expecting something with a little more fire to it. But Caesar, man, what'd you think of Gunther's promo tonight?
Honestly, I'm thinking maybe he's just like, what's that you always say? A slow burn. I mean, like he could easily just go, I'm king of the ring. I'm entering this and that. And Vinci sucks or something. I don't know. But he's
why is he taking shots at Vinci?
Who knows? You know how he is. Once he tells this guy's like this, like this. Yeah, he wants to throw hands at Ludwig because he's with Tiffany. Tiffy time. Anyways,
What do you think? I mean, him making his intentions to become King of the Ring. Do you think we will have an Austrian king this time around?
Anything's possible.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we need to see the field of entrance too.
Yeah.
Like
who do we have so far? Him.
Well, and they implied that Xavier wasn't being the tournament.
Yeah, and the tournament's like what after Backlash, right? We've said before
because he did refer to himself as the current reigning and defending King of the Ring. So, but hey, that leads us to this. They're in the ring cutting the promo, interrupted by the New Day. Making their way to the ring there, and and Xavier says that he is the reigning and defending King of the Ring, and this led to a tag match between the New Day and Imperium, with Gunther hanging out there at ringside. Pretty standard TV match. New Day picks up the win here in 9 minutes. Who took the pin in this? Was it Vinci?
Reading my notes here. Yeah. Giovanni Vinci.
Vinci? Okay. That makes sense then. I missed that in my notes on the finish, and for some reason didn't think to rewind.
Did you have to feed your puppies?
No, they were actually probably going to bed then. The wife took the dogs to bed probably around like I don't know, 9-ish or so. But
that's 6 Pacific.
Yeah, Imperium implodes. Yes, so Imperium loses. Yeah. Gunther unhappy, breaks a chair, not pleased with the situation at all, and he storms off.
I feel like Gunther's one of those guys that he would look you like he would pull like a Stone Cold laugh, like just crazy, and then go from laughing to like in like a heartbeat.
What scares me about Gunther is he strikes me as the type that would tell you that like he's not angry, he's disappointed, and that just hurts. That just hurts so much more.
But he'd walk away calmly.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yes, he's got to keep that stiff upper lip. It's very European.
You'd be like,
but yeah, so they lose, and Gunther leaves angrily, and Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci leave the ring slowly. They look like they're getting along, limping away, and you were waiting for it. It felt like it. They lingered a little too long.
You're just like
on the shot. I'm just like it's happening. It's happening.
Come on, it's Tiffy time.
Boom! It's Tiffy time, baby. Kaiser knocks the shit out of
his teeth are the front row.
It was pretty vicious.
It was.
Those Kaiser this Ludwig Kaiser beatdowns are pretty vicious when they let him go like that. Like I love that
that's awesome.
The beatdown happens for like 3.5 minutes, and then we see Jason Jordan and other trainers come down to break it up, has him slumped on the ring or over the ring steps, gets him all the way up the ramp, and he just runs down.
Yep.
Man,
I wish we had a video of that one.
Brutal. It was just a fantastically brutal beatdown. And I mean, yeah, he was already a heel, but he's a heel now.
A heel?
A heel. But he gets backstage and
Heelys?
Boy, howdy. Gunther looked proud that man is dating Tiffany Stratton.
I'm proud of you, son.
He's like, you really? Is it Tiffy time? He's like, yeah.
Ludwig has a shirt in his closet that's pink and it says Tiffy time. You know that.
Of course he does.
Not because he's with her. Because he's like
for the same reason we all do.
Don't talk about that on the stream.
I'll wear our Tiffy time shirts on the stream.
Holy crap. So Drew McIntyre.
Well, real quick before McIntyre, we had a quick vignette on Andrade. Just it was good. These vignettes that they've done with him recently have looked great. Love the production values that have seemingly been forced into these overnight. They've been good, but that will take us to Drew McIntyre making his way to the ring, standing mid-ring. His music fades out. Still not Broken Dreams. Still waiting for him to bring back Broken Dreams. But hey,
you got to get a petition started.
You know what?
Do we have to?
You know what? Here's the thing. We want it to happen, so maybe it shouldn't. He is a heel. You know what I mean?
Like, don't do it.
Burger
after burger.
But
It was
But
banger
yeah,
after banger.
CM Punk chant, him angry again that the CM Punk chant started. Sits down, demands to the camera not shoot up his kilt. You perv.
Yeah.
It's becoming. I'm waiting for that T-shirt to come out. He shut down the what chants pretty viciously tonight.
Those are always the best when he says that. The
Say
Undertaker's one
what
from like
if
way
you
back.
French kiss your cousins? Everyone shouts what? He says, "You're sick."
No, the Undertaker. I said it before. It was like shout what if you like sleeping with your sister, and the crowd was like, that's the worst one I've seen. But Drew's in second place on the what channel.
Always rocking the heel work on the mic, but he was interrupted by his good friend and longtime travel buddy Sheamus,
the Celtic Warrior.
The Celtic Warrior making his way to the ring, and they brought up their long history together. How when they were teaming, it was banger after banger after banger after banger. But now says Drew, since Sheamus has been back, it's burger after burger after burger. And like, holy hell, man. Like, here's the thing. People can make all their jokes, but my God, Sheamus would knock the ever-living hell out of every single one of us. Let's be honest here. Like,
I'm waiting for you to say something wrong.
No, like I'm not gonna for the same reason I would not tell Brock Lesnar how much like a penis his sword tattoo looks. I would not tell Sheamus that he's not in the shape he once was.
Honestly, he is still in pretty good shape. I don't know what he was like.
Thought you were going to say, honestly, it does look like a penis. But no, that's not where you went. No, you were just breezing straight by the Lesnar tattoo discussion.
I don't want to die. I live in Canada. So does he.
Oh, shit. And there's...
Actually, I think he's in like Central, like CJ's area. So CJ's
yeah, but
screwed.
I imagine that he can just jump place to place like the Incredible Hulk. So you're never safe from Brock Lesnar.
Have you not seen that one? I think it's like a Coors commercial where he just pushes a fence down and you're in someone else's backyard. That's Brock Lesnar just pushing fences down.
That's how he rolls.
Don't watch this.
King Farmer, Brock Lesnar. But
that's his next gimmick.
He did drive a tractor to the ring. Let's not forget that. He's kind of already been the farmer character in WWE.
He'd still be over as a sad part.
Yeah, that's true.
Farmer Brock.
But Sheamus throwing barbs of his own at Drew, pointing out what we all say. What happened to Drew is Drew's own fault. His hubris was his own downfall. Icarus flew to the sun. It is. I agree with that. Mac Burns, absolutely, man. Like, this is a very complex heel character. And that's the best heel work. When they spout off what they're saying, you nod along and you agree with so much of it, but then they hit you with that lie, that stretch of the truth. It's like, you are an asshole. You know what? Yeah, you made a good point, but no, it all falls apart because of how you feel.
Leave.
Like, yeah, but great work. But this led us to Sheamus and Nakamura with Drew hanging out at ringside.
I got a question.
Yes.
His like finisher, Sheamus' finisher? Mm-hmm. Do you say brogue or bro?
Brogue.
Okay, because I've heard Michael Cole has said it, and I've heard people on the interwebs has said it like 10 different ways, and I'm like, is it brogue? Is it bro? Like, I mean, I don't lose sleep over it. I just always been curious.
I do not pertain to no Gaelic. But I would actually kind of assume it's probably supposed to have a even more guttural, like broke, like Van Gogh is actually like Van Gogh, like
I heard it's Van Gogh.
Yeah, so it's probably but yeah, I've always said brogue,
DSR.
Right, brogue, like I always pronounce that G thing, g. But we had Sheamus and Shinsuke Nakamura here. Sheamus picks up the win in 11 minutes. Yeah, what was surprising was that it was 11 minutes. What's not surprising is that Nakamura lost because that's what he does.
If our other compadre was here, he'd be excited to shit on him right now about this.
Yep, it is every week. So
it's either every week or every other week.
I mean, here's the thing: they give Nakamura a win every 5th week, just so like they can say he's not losing all the time.
He's been undefeated since 6 months ago. He just lost like 6 matches.
Yeah,
It's like
I don't know what the plan for Nakamura is, but holy man, it's
there
not
better
good
be
for him
something.
right now.
There better be something.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But a solid match. Sheamus looks good. Like, I'm glad to see Sheamus back in the ring. The crowd's excited for him. He's over as a face, which part of that's just probably still he's riding the return pop still, but
And his old theme is back.
yeah, people like that too.
It's a shame. I'm not gonna start right now.
It's a shameful thing, lobster head. But moving on, we had a quick video package on Sami Zayn and Chad Gable's match and the fallout after the match last week.
Let's talk about this.
And Sami was being interviewed by Kathy Kelly. Interviewing him, talking about how he's heard that Chad Gable is going to be going out there tonight to explain his actions away. And Sami was attacked by Big Bronson Reed. Caesar, what'd you think of this backstage interview and attack by Big Bronson Reed?
I don't know where they're going to go with this. I mean, maybe they're going to do the match at Backlash. Do I see Sami losing? No. Is it going to be a good match?
Yeah.
It'll be fair. It won't be terrible. They need to drop the Big in Bronson Reed's name and change his ugly entrance. Holy crap.
But Caesar, if you don't call him Big Bronson Reed, then how will you know he's bigger than the average man?
Big Bronson Reed, or however they say it. I hate it.
Here's the thing, though, like right now, and I was thinking it was going to feel this way to an extent, and we'll get past it because, it's just Gunther was so dominant that right now, pretty much any challenger that goes after Sami Zayn, like for a little while, it's going to feel this way. It's just going to be like a cavalcade of people that couldn't beat Gunther trying to beat Sami Zayn.
I feel like they're going to throw in a triple threat somewhere down the line.
Yeah, they usually do. And I think that this will eventually lead to Chad Gable being IC champ, but we'll see.
SummerSlam?
Maybe, possibly. But that will actually transition us into Chad Gable making his way to the ring with Alpha Academy.
I got a question about that. What the hell?
Well, it made sense by the end of it. I was surprised to see it. They were all in their ring gear and Alpha Academy t-shirts. Gable in a suit. This is the new Gable. This is heel Gable. He's a little more serious.
How tall is he, by the way?
Not
so small
very.
on TV.
5'2",
5'3".
Really? I don't think that's short. Well, and here's the thing. He was a wrestled on the college circuit, so his height and weight would have been, shoot. Oh wow, he and I are the same age. How about that? He is 5'8".
Look at his.
Chad
He's
Gable does
5'8"?
sound like it. He is 5'8".
Huh.
He's 5'8". But he makes his way to the ring and he cuts a good promo. I wasn't happy with this heel turn last week. I made that very clear. But
You just wanted to hug Sami.
I got a little egg on my face. I thought this was a good first heel promo for him.
You think it's like a slow burn?
Yeah, he explained everything very similar to how Drew McIntyre has done. He explained everything in a way where it made sense, but he's sniveling enough about it that you're not going to be on his side. And then he just ran down each member of Alpha Academy, saying all the things that we have been thinking all of this time.
Yeah, it's been a few weeks we've been seeing this stuff, so I get it. My only question I gotta say is, do we turn the whole faction heel?
I think it's going to be a reluctant thing. That's kind of how they played it tonight. It was almost like a cult leader making him swear allegiance to him.
Well, it was only Otis that did it, though, not Maxine or Zazawa.
Otis is his prized pupil. But,
yeah,
my one thing, WWE wrestlers are allowed to say fuck now, right? Because of The Rock.
What?
So, that's what I heard. That's what The Rock said. I really just wanted, at some point, Gable just to be like, fuck you! But like that.
No, he has to do like Okada did on AEW, where he goes to do like the piece, but does a middle finger.
Right, there you go. That's what we do. Start doing, like, but that price start
And
getting
what you said,
yeah.
gonna combine the two.
But yeah, I thought this was a good heel promo from Gable. I'm interested to see what they do with it going forward
Yeah,
now. I was
slow
not
burn.
interested in heel Gable last week. I'm interested in heel Gable now.
He was just hugging Sammy to celebrate the victory.
That's it. Like, and he did like it was just some petty shit. Like, you put the title near me and you knew that I was disappointed. It's like, come on. You hugged your wife in front of me. Like, goddamn. Like, what a thing to be mad about. Like,
I mean, at least he didn't like punch him. That would have been scary. You know, his wife right there. If Sammy moved, poof.
oh,
Thankfully,
hey, they did that bit with JBL and Shawn Michaels. Or no, it was JBL and Chris Jericho.
the
Sorry.
Ocho.
But I thought that was just great. Great promo from him. But that'll take us to a backstage segment. Dom walked up to Ricochet warming up. Dom was supposed to be in the tag match tonight, but he is hurt, much like Mommy.
Did they explain how he's hurt, or am I just like
they
mental?
did not.
Didn't hear
not that I
okay.
remember hearing anywhere in the show. Did they explain
I kept
that?
my ears peeled, and I'm like, either my brain shut off because or you know.
Yeah, no,
words.
I didn't hear them. I didn't hear him mention it, but he was walking around in a sling nonetheless. But yeah, he they basically just kind of plugged the tag match that was coming up next, and walking away, Liv and Dom had a stare down. Liv Morgan said to Rhea Ripley, "I will take everything."
You know why she was staring? He spilled her diet soda, and she wants revenge.
No. It's Natty that has the Diet Coke. We've discussed this.
We call it soda up here.
Well, but
no,
it's
we don't.
Literal Diet Coke. Don't you? Do you really?
No, we say pop.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Didn't know that. Didn't know that about that. Yeah, right. I learned something about Canada every week. But yeah. We gotta talk about Dom's mustache too, real quick.
In the match. It's the time to bring it up. Because you heard that crowd chant. You heard the crowd chant.
Fair enough. Well, then you know what? That'll take us to
a pointless Nia
Ricochet and Andrade taking on.
Yeah,
we don't need to talk about Nia Jax.
No, you don't. No, never happened.
Nia Jax and Andrade taking on JD McDonagh and replacement for Dom Mysterio, Santos Escobar, Dom's buddy from SmackDown filling in.
You know, you said Nia Jax and Andrade versus.
Did I really?
You did.
It's because you made me think about Nia Jax. Hey.
Ricochet wasn't in the match.
Nope. Nia Jax, but it's Nia Jax doing Ricochet's moveset.
Oh, could you imagine the running shooting star?
I am thinking about it right now, and it is spectacular.
She had to change her outfit to blue, though. That's all. Because he wore blue.
But then Ricochet and Andrade, thank you.
Okay. Now I mentioned the mustache.
Yeah, so let's talk. So, so what'd you think of Dom Mysterio's dirty mustache?
I would grab the back of his head and a trimmer and shave it. And like that thing's ugly.
Oh, it's spectacular. I have not seen a wrestling mustache like this since Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, I remember that one.
maybe Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode showed up with a mustache randomly at one point.
No, but I feel like Bobby Roode's fit him and Cody's just looks funny.
Yeah, but I'd still put him in the top 5 wrestling mustaches. Rick Rude would be on that list. Oh, Hansen. Stan Hansen. Killer mustache.
Mick Foley? No, he had a beard.
Yeah, he didn't have the standalone mustache.
No.
But yeah, so hey guys, as always, feel free to write in and tell us your favorite wrestling mustaches. This
and
is
beards.
Where we've gotten to the end beards.
No hates, just everything.
Yeah,
all facial
mutton
hair.
chops. Who had great mutton chops? Trevor Murdoch.
Oh my god, there you beat me to that one. I was trying to think of it.
But anyway, Ricochet and Andrade taking on Farquaad and Santos Escobar.
Can I? I gotta see this. This match was actually pretty sweet.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Especially JD, even though he fit awkwardly in the match. Like everyone seemed to like fit in like the writing, and
Mhm.
then JD was kind of just like, "Yeah, I want a match. Let's go," and then that was it. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
however square-headed people talk.
well, JD definitely wrestles a very quick pace. The other three kind of fit more the traditional lucha style, I feel, and work that style a little
Like
bit more.
nothing against JD,
No,
like
no,
he
he was
actually
great in
did
there.
really well tonight. I
I
will say
thought
that.
he and Escobar tagged really well. I thought they worked well as a
What did
team. Very
what did
interesting.
what did Pat say? He's like, oh shit, I don't have the exact quote out in my head. It was something like they were tagging like they've been tagging for like 4 years together or something.
Uh-huh.
JD and Santos,
Hmm.
and I'm like, no, I can actually agree with Pat. That's a first on the stream, but I can agree on that one. But
Yeah, it
hell of a
was.
match.
Yeah, it was great. Andrade and Ricochet pick up the win in 12 minutes, and holy crap, Damian Priest was angry. This was kind of the night of faction leaders angry that their underlings were not successful. Yeah, Priest just goes hard at Ricochet after this choke slam, Razor's Edge. It was good. Yeah, and Priest declares that he doesn't need the Judgment Day,
Like I
but
said earlier,
they need him.
he he got mad in Spanish and told them off or told Dom off, and then JD's like, "What'd he say? I didn't hear what she said." I'm like, oh boy. Like I heard
We
one word that I'm not super fluent, and I think John might be, but I think he said necesito, which I'm pretty sure is like necessary. I could be wrong. I'm not like hardcore fluent in Spanish, but
Well, and I
yeah.
mean, so basically, what you're saying is probably the only
Ah,
member of the team that understood him was Dom.
yeah.
Then,
And
okay.
then of course JD, because he's square headed, didn't understand it. So
Well, the shape of his head, words they reflect off. It's very similar to how radar can't hit the B-52. It it's yeah, it's there's science. There's science behind there.
we should have our own science show on Saturday mornings.
Yeah, Mr. Wizard, right? We're going to bring Mr. Wizard back. But hey, that brings us.
No, it was a good match.
It
It
was.
was a good.
But that brings us back around to the women's battle royal. Caesar,
Okay,
before we
I'm
go into our jobbers of the night and whatnot, is there anything else you wanted to touch on tonight's Raw?
yeah, I'm a little bit pissed off about my feed tonight. Actually, started I was making you throw your juice out the window. So you know the part when they were interviewing Indy and Candace, and they started talking.
Yes,
I don't
right
know what
before
about.
the brawl that led to Becky
No,
walking to the ring.
so they're talking to them. Candace is babbling, but I have no idea what because it's Candace. I don't really pay attention. She opens her mouth, and I kind of go,
That's so mean and disrespectful
"Yeah,
to the
she's
former PWG Tag Team Champion, Candice LeRae.
probably better back then, but now." But all of a sudden, I start hearing the screaming, and like I hear going, "Oh my god!" And then they go to turn the camera, my feet cut. Not even kidding. So I had to freak out, reload my feed, this and that, and then it finally got back. And Becky's like, as the man, I have to wear many hats, grabs the microphone, and then goes to the ring. That's where it came back. I was like, really? So I had to back up the video and then bring it back to the main show. And I was like, why am I paying for this? But anyways, it was a good
You know,
match.
and I gotta say, I've never really had those sorts of issues with Sling.
We'll
So,
talk.
thank you, Sling. If you want to sponsor us, we are always
Or
always.
hair care products, one of the two. I mean, mine's in a bun, but you know.
Caesar, do you use a conditioner? I think everyone watching at home has wondered that.
Oh yeah, everyone in the chat right now is about to pop up with "Does he use conditioner?" Watch, give it like 30 seconds here.
Yeah.
Maybe the
What do you use?
top
What do you
comment.
use?
Oh, I use Costco brand.
Oh shit, I'm an herbal essences guy myself, but
No, I don't use Costco. God no. I have a friend of mine. She's a stylist. She'd murder me if I used Costco. No, Pantene. Holy crap!
there
I
you
had
go.
to think about that
Okay.
one.
All right. Now
No,
the
I
world
told
knows
her I used Head and Shoulders, and I got scared
Oh,
because I'm not like an expert in this. And then she gave me like a whole. I was under the influence, but she gave me a whole huge speech about hair care. That was a long speech. I didn't hear half of it though, so
That's fair.
all I heard was "Don't use head and shoulders." I was like, all right, damn.
Fair enough. Goddamn. All right.
That's
So
all I caught from this speech.
4 out of 5 stylists agree, I guess. But that'll bring us into tonight. Excuse me, April the 23rd, 2024, Raw Jobber of the Night. Caesar, I'm gonna take the lead on this one, man. It is Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh, okay. Oof. I'll be the same one. Oof.
Yeah, I'm going with Nakamura tonight. As said earlier, it's like he's just there to lose, and it's unfortunate. I don't know what I'd say do with him, but like you've given him the coolest promos he's ever had in the company, and it's just like he comes out and loses week after week, and it's super unfortunate. And he's just so talented, and I know he's in the downshift of his career. I understand that.
Maybe let him go to Japan for a few matches again.
Let him do something. Let him do something more than this. Just going out there to lose week after week. It's just demoralizing. But yeah, with another loss on his record for 2024.
I would love to see his loss record right now for 2024. I mean, it's probably brutal. Probably not as bad as Serpentico from AEW, but probably still pretty bad.
It's probably not that bad.
Excuse me. There's a lot of action tonight, which is cool. But I'm gonna take the pretty obvious route and go with Liv Morgan. I mean, dude, they should have if not Liv Morgan, somebody else instead of Becky. Hell, your idea would have been a good choice too.
I would take Nia over Becky just for the story potential.
Live list is it's a big list.
Yeah,
there's a lot of names they could have went with.
But yeah, no, I'm with you on that. But Caesar, we'll move on to the megastar of the night, and my good Canadian sir, who did you choose as your megastar of the night?
Honestly, I'm gonna kind of give it to more of a match rather than a star.
Okay,
I'm gonna put it into two perspectives. One, dare I call it the four of them being Andrade and Ricochet versus Santos and JD. But I'm going to give honorable mention to first time ever to JD. They actually did good, the four of them.
Mm-hmm.
You gave them, what did you say, 12 minutes? 10 minutes? Something like that?
I think it was 12. Let me pop back here in my notes. Yeah, 12 minutes.
Yeah, they gave him 12 minutes and they went. And I was watching glued to my screen. I was like, holy crap, a JD match, and I'm not making fun of him. He actually was doing well. So tag possibilities with Santos.
Hey, why the hell not? Stranger Things, right?
Champions, but definitely give him time to cook. See how it goes. Maybe Trips is cooking. Maybe.
Who knows? He always is. He's always in the kitchen.
Papa Trips is cooking.
Grilled cheese. Papa H knows what he's doing in there.
Grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese. It's a grilled cheese.
Poutine.
Poutine? The game's not making poutine.
Oh man, I'll do it. I'll swoop down and help him.
Show him that generation's old poutine recipe. But my megastar of the night is it's Chad effing Gable.
I'm not surprised you would say that, to be honest.
Yeah, I loved that heel promo tonight. I was expecting it to be bad. I'm going to be honest. I went into that promo with really low expectations.
I went into it just being like, all right, new era, new Chad. Let's see. And we saw.
Well, I wasn't expecting a lot when they came out because he was with Alpha Academy. You were supposed to see him with Alpha still, but it made sense by the end of it. I like that he just basically just verbally pushed them into agreeing to do whatever it takes. This is going to end with Maxine crying, Tozawa being hospitalized, and Otis trying to kill Gable. That's where we're going to go with this. Don't ask me how we get to each point there. But that's where we're going.
If we have an episode in 3 months and that's the ending of the show, I'm going to be like, you should have bet the lottery numbers instead.
And when I say Tozawa in the hospital, I mean the super cartoony, Looney Tunes. You're in the leg cast with the string holding it up, the arms over here. Like,
are we gonna have a repeat of McMahon and Stone Cold from back in the 90s?
No, that's too funny. Chad Gable has to be vile. Chad Gable's not going to be a funny heel. I don't think. I think he's going to be kind of just mean. Like, he's going to be a mean frat boy,
like a cool, collected kind of heel.
I don't think there's going to be a lot of cool about him. I think it's going to be like just
a dick.
Yeah, just an absolute dick. And I think I'm here for this. I'm excited to see what they do. Like I said, he's my megastar of the night because I just thought the promo was great. I'm excited for Chad Gable as a heel. Hell, I want him to be the IC champ. Now I'm fine if they wait a little while. Let him be evil.
If they do it properly, please go. Just let it go.
This could be a very good character for him, and this could be a really big turning point in his career. This could be what it takes to make him actually serious.
What if this takes him as far as maybe even going above the IC belt? Do you see that happening? Not in the next 3 months. I'm talking years.
Eventually, if this works and he becomes strong and is regarded as serious enough, I could see him being a competitor for the world heavyweight champion on Raw.
So it's not me then?
Yeah, not the SmackDown title. I could see him, Priest is a heel right now, but down the road, if Priest is a face or if a face has that belt, I could see heel Gable being a challenger or contender for that. Absolutely. Again, though, for the Raw World title, I don't really see him being at that level of the WWE Championship.
Hey, if it can happen in 6 months.
Exactly. It is WWE and, Stranger Things and it's never say never with wrestling, right?
It's
but hey, Papa H knows what he's doing. But hey, that is Monday Night Raw in a nutshell, April the 23rd, 2024. We've got some plugs as always here. We always appreciate you guys listening to us. It's comicbookclick.com. They are our partners in this. Lots of content going up on a daily basis there. I know that our Commander-in-Chief, John, has been writing his tuchus off to keep up
John.
with the non-stop news cycle that is professional wrestling. So, Sean, we applaud you for that, man. But yeah, comicbookclick.com. Always make that your homepage. Check it out every day. Start your day there. See all the breaking news.
And your day there, too.
But Delphin Pod, that is our original podcast home, and where all podcasts are found. And we are the sweet, sweet Nuggety Wrestling Center there. We are the wrestling podcast there. So always check us out there and check that out as well. I believe we have monk.com. Oh, I got one ahead. Sorry. We have monk.com promo DSR 10 for all of the folks out there that love the aromatherapy, make everything smell like a cozy, wonderful beach, even if you live in, well, I can't say landlocked Ohio because we have the Great Lakes, but no ocean, Ohio. So, and of course, we are here live on the air after shows. Monday nights after Raw, Tuesday nights after NXT, Wednesday nights after Dynamite, Thursday nights. I'm out of breath already. Asthma's a real thing, guys.
Damn.
Thursday nights after Impact, Friday nights after SmackDown. We got PLEs on the weekends. We don't really do a collision show because they do PLEs on Saturdays.
So because they haven't gotten time to put it together.
That's also true. It's a lot of wrestling nonstop, but live Monday through Friday, every night of the week, bringing you on-the-spot analysis and discussion and breaking news. And Caesar, why don't you tell these good folks where they can find you next and where they'll see you next?
So as always, guys, you'll see me here every Monday sitting down with Tyler and sometimes John talking about good old Monday Night Raw. And as always, I'll be on the Wednesday show with Neek and John talking about AEW Dynamite. Don't forget, guys, John's going to be putting his belt. Sorry, John Moxley's putting his belt, the IWGP Championship, on the line this Wednesday. Tyler, where can we find you?
Hey, I'm Tyler. I'm the pro wrestling hipster. I've said this before. If I do most of my content stuff over at The Pro Wrestling Hipster on Facebook. And of course, every Monday night, talking Monday Night Raw here on the DSR Rewinds. And on Tuesday nights, breaking down NXT with CJ and Matthew. It's always a good time. Tomorrow night is Spring Breakin' Night 1.
Woo!
It's gonna be a hell of a show. Really looking forward to it. It's gonna be a lot of wrestling packed into a 2-hour window. So gonna be a
2
good
hours.
time. 2 hours, yeah. But so looking forward to that tomorrow night, and should be a good time. But as always, I want to thank all you folks out there that tune in every week and every night to watch us live. We don't have a show without you. We'll see y'all next week. Have a good night, everybody.